Right, let's make a start then. Why meal planning matters. So, I think one of the biggest issues a lot of people have is when they try and track the food and they do it retrospectively, and they'll do it on the go, or they'll do it at the end of the day, and then they'll be like, "Shit, what did I have? Um, what have you got at the house, Kev?"
Dr. Doolittle.
Tweeting me cockatiel. I knew she'd do that as soon as I started. She'll sit there and be quiet, honest.
I thought it was it.
Yeah, carry on like I haven't got a cockatiel on my shoulder.
It's perfectly normal.
Right, right, right. Kev, I'm gonna have to block you out or something. As I was saying, people will either leave it till last thing in the day and completely forgot exactly what they've had, and then that's where mistakes will creep up in people's tracking, and then they'll wonder why they're not losing weight every week, or they try and do it as they go. When you try and do it as you go, you have no idea where your calories are going to land at the end of the day. So you'll log your breakfast, you'll log your dinner, you'll get to your dinner, your evening dinner, and then go, shit, I've only got 100 calories left. Or you'll go to the other extreme, you'll eat all your meals, and then you'll be sat there at 9 o'clock going, oh, I've still got 600 calories left. What do I do with these? The whole point of having a plan in place is to make your diet as predictable as possible, and it's to make it as simple as possible. So with this kind of thing in place, there's no reason why people can't log the day before. There's no reason why you can't. Claire actually just filled hers out for the whole week last night, which is what the example that I've got in here is Claire's food plan for the week. And she literally put it all in last night, just copied and pasted into each day. So doesn't have to think about anything. It's just there to follow. So this is the whole point of doing it. It gives you that structure. It allows you to pre-plan it in advance so that you can tweak your calories and your macros to hit exactly the numbers you want it to be. I'm happy to tell people when they start that it doesn't matter for the first few weeks. If you've been in here for a few months or more, there's no reason why people can't be almost nailing their macros to the gram, which a lot of you do actually. So the way we start this, you use the foods that you normally eat. You stick to the meals that you enjoy. You keep things in that your family will eat as well, and you keep some treats in. You keep that 80-20 rule where you keep 20% of your diet is stuff that you like. If your plan only works on being absolutely 100% perfect, then you've got the wrong plan in place. A lot of what I hear from people, I hear this more from women than I do from men. Men seem to be creatures of habit, and men seem to be quite happy just with I'll eat the same crap every day, I don't mind. Whereas women are much more, oh, but I need variety, yeah, yeah, I see all the nodding heads. But, well, no, you're not like that. You're conditioned now. For those that don't know, my wife's sat over there, mind her own business. Well, she's not, but you don't need that much variety. The more choice you give yourself, the harder this gets. Um, and the real honest line here is, if your non-negotiable is, I want to have as much variety as possible, then you need to be honest with yourself, because that's going to come at the cost of being able to keep consistent. The people who get the best results are the people who eat quite similar things day to day. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but you have to have the whole message behind tonight is a repeatable structure, stuff that you can repeat easily. So start to think first about, well, what is your daily meal? What does it look like? What's your meal structure? Are you a 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day, 5 meals a day? I don't particularly recommend two. If you're having 2 meals a day, you're into the intermittent fasting window, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not ideal. I wouldn't tell somebody to do fasting. In fact, I've already tried to bring some people out of doing fasting to get them to eat 3 times a day. But pick whatever works for you. All you need to do, and I can give people templates for this, is build a simple weekly table, days across the top, meals down the side, and then just start plugging in your different options. So when you're building your meal options, the best way to do this is just pick 2 to 3. Most people eat the same kind of stuff, most did anyway. So my recommendation would be have a couple of different breakfast options, have 2 or 3 lunch options, have 1 or 2 snack options. Dinner, fair enough. Dinner, if that's your evening meal that you sat with everyone else at home and your family, that is going to be something that's a bit more varied. So that's fair enough. But for the rest of the day, you don't need to be. You don't need 28 different food options for a week, is what I'm saying. You need to think of stuff that's easy to prepare, easy to track, and easy to repeat. The repeatable bit is the real #1 driver here. This is what allows you to stick to something long term. Whenever you try and constantly have this decision fatigue in front of you, like what we're going to have tonight, what we're going to have tonight, you need to get rid of that. You need to plan it in advance so you've got these things, you know what you're having. Once you've chosen what your meals are going to be, build them into your whatever it is, your MyFitnessPal. Put them in, save them as a meal so that they're there. This makes it so much easier. There's no reason to be having a hard time tracking food. Like I've done videos on this that I track mine in 90 seconds for the day. Once you've got stuff saved as meals, or you can just copy paste from day to day, from meal to meal, it's so easy. Or if you're making a bulk batch of something, add it into your MyFitnessPal as a batch. Actually count every single ingredient in its entirety, save it as a batch, work out how many portions it's going to make, and then when you actually import it at one of your meals, then you change the portion number to suit what it is. So if you save it as one item, but you're going to have quarter of it, you just change the portion to 0.25, and it'll reconfigure the numbers. Once you've actually logged these in, you can scroll to the bottom of the day and it'll tell you you've hit so many calories, X number of protein, X number of carbs, X number of fats.
He froze.
Is it just me or is Phil? Oh, there we
Go on.
Well,
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Did I go off there?
Yeah.
Right, where did you lose me?
X number of fats, I think.
You can see where you're over or missing. You just go back into the ingredients on each meal and start tweaking them until you get it to fit. It's that easy. And then just keep checking until everything gets to be where you want it. That makes sense?
Yep.
So this is Claire's. I don't know how well you can see it, those of you who are using mobile. But I've got in, I'll send you the slides as well. But if you look across the top, rice pudding, repeat it again 3 times. Protein shake and a snack, protein shake and a snack, protein shake and cereal. Like it's the same stuff on repeat. Chicken salad, eggs on toast, eggs on toast. There's not that many variations. Last meal of the day is yogurt, whey, peanut butter, frozen, with some fruit. That's the same. The only thing that changes is the weekly dinners. So when you set everything up in this structure, that's your evening dinner's the only real thing that you've got to like worry about. But if you're like us, you then end up repeating the same week again and again and again. But where you can see you've got your total calories, protein, fats, and carbs, then you can start to go into these and go, okay, for meal one, there should be a bit more protein in there. So how do I do it? Do I increase the amount of whey that I've put in? Do I add another couple of eggs if I'm having an omelette? And then you can just move it around that way. Try and build all your meal around protein first. So I've gone into quite a few people's food logs and found that they're off target, but there's no protein whatsoever in their breakfast. And then there's nothing later on in the day. They just seem to run out of ideas. They'll quickly grab a slice of toast or cereal in the morning. They'll have something similar on a night, and then they'll try and just cram everything into the dinner. For everyone in this program, you're doing some form of weight training. You need to have protein in every meal. You need to have a constant stream of amino acids in your system at any time. And Mike mentioned something about, was I going to talk about what's the difference between if you're in a cutting phase or a bulking phase? Carbs. You can use that same structure, that same meal plan. It doesn't matter what phase you're in. The main thing that you're going to alter there is carbs. Your protein always needs to be the same. Your fat always needs to be the same. The one expendable macro that you can use to increase and decrease your calories from a deficit back to a surplus is carbs. So that is the main one that you want to do. To a point, yes and no. This comes on to the next one. Your food choices do have to align slightly more with what your goals are. And this is one thing that we did pick up with Mike. His diet was made up of a lot of very healthy whole foods, high fiber, fruits, vegetables, lean meat, everything that was really filling, which is fine if you're in a deficit and you're on a diet because they're the kinds of foods you want. But he was up into 3,700 calories a day trying to bulk, and you can't do that. It's too filling. Like it's just going to sit on you, and he was struggling to get the calories in. And when I had a look at what he was eating, I was like, this diet's perfect for someone who's trying to lose fat because the stuff that you're having is keeping you full, even though you're on lower calories. But it's absolutely no use whatsoever for someone who's in a surplus because it's just too much. It's now starting to fill your stomach too much, giving you bad digestion and everything else. So we've had to swap a few things around so that it's more easily digestible. Like a little bit less vegetables, a little bit less fruit, swapping out some of his carb sources to things like rice rather than. I think he was very heavy on potatoes and pasta. So here's another task for everyone this week. You did your vision plan last week. If anyone fancies doing this, I can assign this as a task in the app for you to have a go of and actually just think, how can I pre-populate a week's worth of eating? I had Jamie do this a couple of times, and that it's a bit of an eye opener when you fill it out and you look back at what you have been eating previous weeks. You're like, what I've got in front of me looks nothing like what I've been doing for the past few weeks. So it's actually really useful. Does anyone actually, would this be a useful thing to put as a task?
I think we more or less do that anyway, so I think we're quite comfortable with that.
Yeah, I know, and we used to do.
But Laura does. Not just coffee.
Yeah, I do it, but not like a full week. I think it's like a day or two. And it's
I
generally
mean that,
it's breakfast, lunch.
yeah, that works.
So it's like because I have a breakfast bagel, I make my own breakfast bagels for work, and I know what I'm having for lunch, but it's more the evening and that I don't do it.
Mm.
So if you look at my fitness planner, breakfast will probably all be the same, and lunches will be something similar like rice and something.
And you're getting home at the end of the day tired, and that's when the decisions start kicking in.
Yeah.
That's when you and your last give each other the look across the room and go,
Shall we?
That does happen. Well, it has.
Phil won't know.
I'm
Not
not
for a long time. It used to.
I record it if I have a takeaway. You can check.
Yeah.
Probably not accurate, but it's in there.
Best guess, isn't it?
Oh God, the other week, man. I'm sure she won't mind us saying this. Actually, she might, so I'm not gonna name her name. But she'd been to the White Swan in Dillington for a Sunday dinner, and she had a starter and a full Sunday roast, and she logged the entire thing as 600 calories. I'm like, get out of here! Where are you getting that from? It'll be closer to 1,600.
But yeah.
Give it a go, Dylan.
Yeah, go.
Try it.
I'll give it a go when I've had a bit more. Well, when I get a bit more of an idea of what I should be, should be eating, because I feel it's kind of improving a bit. But once I've got a few more ideas, then I can start doubling up on them and stuff.
Fill it in now. Have a go now and send it, and I'll have a look, and then that's when we can start to work on it.
Oh, okay. All right. The boss says.
Jared, same for you, because this will probably be something I know I mentioned in the last check-in that after this week, we'll probably start to have a look at actually what you're eating and when, and then seeing how we can start like planning and switching some foods around and just tweaking it to make it work a bit better. Not that it's not working because he lost 6 pounds in his first week. So
Well done.
Yeah, bloody hell.
so what I've added to the end of these slides is loads of people have been sending through some suggestions of different recipes and different meal ideas. So I'll give you the templates to fill in. I mean, it's literally, you don't need the template. I mean, it's just an Excel file with days and meals. But start having a go at filling it in. And to be honest, you can use some of these as examples. If any of these take your fancy, just pick them up, plug them in, save them as a meal, and go, right, I'm going to try having that. So we've got a few breakfast options, basically all the stuff that me and Claire have, but with a few other options from other people. Got scrambled eggs on toast, and then you're into lunches. What I'll do is I'll build on these over time. So as when more and more people send me examples of stuff in that they have, I'll just keep adding to the file, and we'll just have this big massive file full of different recipes as well. That's yours, Jane. Thank you. Laura, that's yours, isn't it? I'm going to try that one. What's it like?
Really nice.
Oh, I need one of them.
We don't deliver.
Are these on the app, Phil? Because I'm quite a fussy eater, so I struggle with the whole eating thing. None of these are fussy eater friendly.
These are not fussy eater friendly.
There's probably like one or two that I'm like, oh yeah, the rest I'm like, nah.
Why? What you fussy about?
Oh, I'm so picky. Like the only veg I eat is probably I like cabbage, I like tender stem broccoli, carrots. I think that's it. A potato, if you count potato.
That'll do.
I'm such a fussy eater. Don't like onions,
I
don't
can't
like
potato.
peppers, don't like pasta. I've got a child's palate.
Sound like I would go there at the minute. I just won't eat anything.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even eat the carrot cake I made for Claire's birthday.
Don't like carrot cake either.
Is that because you made it?
Nah, but I'm just such a fussy eater. Don't like spinach.
Wouldn't taste of anything. How can you not like spinach? Literally, like
The textures and just don't.
Textures.
I'm to be honest, I'm like that with cucumber. But cucumber is the one. There's not many foods I won't eat.
Mhm.
Cucumber and curry are the only two, I think.
Yeah, don't like any of that.
No.
But on the flip, seafood is so weird. I love any sort of seafood, which everyone goes, that's so strange.
That
Like,
is, that is random.
Not a bad thing to like, though.
not one bit of seafood. Oh, sorry, salmon. I don't like salmon. Anything else I'll eat. Willix, mussels, all of that weird stuff. Love it.
I'm the direct opposite there. I've only just started eating salmon. Can't stand the thought of anything else.
Oh, I love seafood. So, yeah,
Well, our Logan's favourite food is calamari.
love it. Calamari, yeah.
Weird.
Unreal.
You're
Love Marmite as well.
okay.
Marmite.
Yeah.
Marmite. But yeah.
Back to this. Does this make sense? Like, you do not need to be having to think about different stuff every day. If Richie was on the call now, he would tell you he just has chicken and rice twice a day, every single day. Chicken, rice, and broccoli for 2 of his meals.
Like spices and
You can.
condiments and things.
You can. Can you hear Claire in the background?
Not clearly.
No. We're just saying you can mix it up with different sauces and spices and condiments and everything else. Put it in a different pan versus an air fryer or whatever.
A good one we have if you like, we make our own like Nando's style burgers.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
This, for anyone on the call who's trying to lose weight, this, having a system like this where you've just got stuff on repeat that you don't have to think about, that you can plot in 3 or 4 days in advance and log the night before. Like, nobody should be logging food on the day they're eating it. No one. Not at this level. Like, everyone should be adding their food into MyFitnessPal the day before they start eating. If you want to get results, if you want to get good at this. Kev's like,